Imagine you're trying to lift a boulder. You brace your legs, grip the rough surface, and pull. At first, nothing happens. You strain harder. Your muscles tremble, your veins bulge, and your face turns a shade of crimson. Finally, the rock lifts an inch, then drops. You have reached muscular failure. In that moment, you feel weak, you feel defeated. But if you could zoom in, past your skin, past the fascia, down to the microscopic level, you would see that you haven't just failed, you have just signaled the start of a biological revolution. Welcome to EDUx Talks. Today, we aren't just asking how muscles grow, but why our bodies are designed to adapt to the impossible. To understand growth, we first have to understand the architecture. Think of your bicep not as a single balloon that inflates, but as a massive industrial rope. This rope is made of smaller ropes, fascicles, which are made of threads, muscle fibers, which are made of even tinier filaments called myofibrils. Inside these myofibrils lies the machinery of movement, two proteins called actin and myosin. Picture a team of rowers, the myosin, in a boat, pulling their oars through the water, the actin. When your brain says lift, millions of these microscopic rowers stroke in unison, shortening the muscle fiber and pulling the bone. This is a contraction. But when the load is too heavy, the current is too strong, the rowers struggle, the boat takes on damage. This is where the magic begins. Scientists have identified three primary mechanisms that convince your body it needs to build a bigger boat. The first is mechanical tension. This is simply the force you apply to the muscle. Imagine trying to rip a piece of heavy canvas. The fibers stretch and strain under the load. This physical tension is the primary language your muscles speak. The second is muscle damage. This is the localized trauma we mentioned earlier. Under heavy loads, specifically during the eccentric or lowering phase of a lift, those protein filaments suffer microscopic tears. This sounds bad, but this microtrauma triggers an inflammatory response that is crucial for growth. The third is metabolic stress. You know this feeling. It's the pump, the burning sensation you feel when you do high repetitions with short rest. This is caused by the accumulation of metabolites like lactate and hydrogen ions. It's a chemical signal to the muscle cells that says, we are running out of fuel and energy. We need to adapt to handle this stamina demand. So, you've applied tension, caused damage, and created stress. You leave the gym. Now, the biological construction crew clocks in. Muscle fibers are unique. Most cells in your body have one nucleus, one command center. But muscle fibers are huge. They have many nuclei. To grow, they need more command centers to manage the extra volume. Enter the satellite cell. These are the unsung heroes of hypertrophy. They wait dormant on the outside of your muscle fibers. When they detect the chemical signals of damage, cytokines, they wake up. They multiply and rush to the injury site. But they don't just patch the hole, they fuse to the muscle fiber, donating their nuclei to the cell. This is the game changer. With more nuclei, the muscle fiber can ramp up protein synthesis. It can build more actin and myosin filaments. The muscle fiber doesn't just heal, it thickens. It becomes a denser, stronger rope, capable of handling the load but previously caused it to fail. However, biology is a game of economics. Muscle growth, or hypertrophy, is simply a math equation. Protein synthesis greater than protein breakdown. Every day, your body breaks down old proteins and builds new ones. To grow muscle, the building must outpace the demolition. This requires raw materials. You cannot build a skyscraper without steel and concrete. For your body, that material is nitrogen, found in dietary protein. The amino acids from the food you eat become the new actin and myosin filaments. If you exercise hard but eat poorly, You remain in a catabolic state, breaking down tissue without the bricks to rebuild it. You essentially work hard to become smaller. Overseeing this entire construction project are your hormones. Insulin-like growth factor, or IGF-1, and testosterone act as the foreman. They scream at the satellite cells to multiply and tell the muscle cells to absorb more protein. But there is an enemy: cortisol. This is your stress hormone. It's released during intense exercise, but if it stays elevated due to life stress or lack of sleep, it inhibits growth. It shuts down the construction site. This brings us to the most overlooked factor: sleep. You do not grow in the gym, you grow in bed. During deep REM sleep, your body releases the vast majority of its growth hormone. If you cut your sleep short, you're firing the construction crew right in the middle of their shift. You might wonder, why doesn't this process go on forever? Why don't we keep lifting heavier weights until we are the size of elephants? Our bodies have a built-in braking system called myostatin. It is a protein that inhibits muscle growth. Evolutionarily, muscle is expensive. It's metabolically active tissue. A pound of muscle burns 3 times as many calories at rest as a pound of fat. For our ancestors who faced starvation, having too much muscle was a liability. It required too much food to sustain. So your body is constantly fighting you. It wants to be efficient, not muscular. This is why if you stop training, you experience atrophy. The body realizes, we're not lifting those boulders anymore. Why are we paying for all this expensive muscle tissue? And it breaks it down for energy. So what makes muscles grow? It's a delicate balance between destruction and repair. It's the conscious decision to put your body through stress, creating a hostile environment that forces adaptation. It requires the mechanical signal of the gym, the chemical signal of your hormones, the raw materials of nutrition, and the time provided by sleep. It is a reminder that strength isn't given, it is accumulated, layer by microscopic layer, in response to the obstacles you choose to overcome. I'm Nathan, and this is EDUx Talks. Keep lifting and keep learning.